Pay attention to Jackie Vandergriff, 24, walking into a bustling college bar in Denton, Texas at 5:57 p.m. on September 13, 2016. She has less than 7 hours left to live. Because Charles Bryant, 29, a predator with dark fantasies already forming in his mind, is sitting at that same bar, watching. On this day, Jackie dreamed of making new friends and starting fresh in college. On this day, Charles intended to fulfill his violent obsessions. This is the story of one September evening that changed everything.
Hello everyone, my name is Jacqueline Vandegrift, but friends call me Jackie. I am originally from the Colony, Texas, but I moved to Frisco when I was in elementary school, and I graduated from Wakeland High School.
She's found dead in a pool that came from your backyard. You killed her.
It had to be me. Obviously, it all points to me. I can't recall that. I don't know why I would. Someone I don't know even.
You can't tell me. You can't tell me you don't remember.
I don't know why.
Jackie Vandergriff radiated hope that Tuesday evening. The petite blonde had just enrolled at Texas Women's University, pursuing her dream of becoming a nutritionist with an emphasis in wellness. After working as an esthetician, she discovered her passion for helping people achieve overall health and wellness. In her own words, captured in a class assignment video just weeks earlier, Jackie spoke about her goals with infectious enthusiasm. "I'm most interested in corporate wellness. I think more and more companies are starting to recognize the need to provide health resources for their employees." Her voice carried the confidence of someone who'd found her calling. The 4-year-old had taken time to find her direction in life, but now everything was falling into place. She'd moved into student housing, sharing space with 3 roommates she was still getting to know. Every weekend, she drove home to stay with her parents in nearby Argyle, but this Tuesday night was different. She decided to venture out alone, walking to the downtown scene near campus where restaurants and bars cater to the area's 54,000 college students. Jackie had recently ended an amicable relationship with her boyfriend. Phone records showed they'd texted occasionally over the past few weeks, but she was single and open to new connections. As she stepped into Fry Street Public House that evening, she had no way of knowing she was walking into a nightmare. On paper, Charles Bryant appeared normal enough. The 9-year-old was a personal trainer who maintained an impressive physique and seemed confident in social settings. He frequented the college bar scene, often chatting with bartender Katie Allen, whom he'd dated casually. But beneath that surface lurked something sinister. Just days earlier, Charles had been arrested for violating a protective order. And one 8-year-old student had obtained the order after Charles's obsessive stalking behavior escalated beyond what she could tolerate. When she broke up with him after 3 months of dating, Charles couldn't accept rejection. He'd shown up at her dorm with flowers on their anniversary date, despite being legally banned from campus property. What made Charles dangerous wasn't just his inability to accept no. It was what investigators would later discover on his computer. Search histories revealed disturbing queries made before he ever met Jackie. How to remove a person's heart. How much formaldehyde to preserve a human heart. How to use clear resin to make an art piece. Charles Bryant had been planning something horrific. Jackie Vandergriff simply became his target of opportunity. Security cameras at the Crooked Crust Pizza Parlor captured Charles's silver Mitsubishi Outlander arriving at 5:54 p.m. He performed a quick U-turn and parallel parked across from Fry Street Public House. 3 minutes later, Jackie entered the same bar. Bartender Katie Allen remembered serving them both. Charles had brought her pizza from the parlor next door, a gesture that seemed sweet but now appears calculating. When Jackie approached the bar, she struck up a conversation with the friendly stranger. Allen later told detectives that Charles kept trying to interject himself into conversations, displaying the same controlling behavior his ex-girlfriend had fled. Between 9:15 and 9:30 p.m., Jackie and Charles moved to a second location, Shots and Craft, another popular college bar. Sherry Bogue, a woman Jackie had met and exchanged numbers with, watched the pair interact. She noticed how Jackie seemed engaged in conversation while Charles appeared possessive, hovering close and monitoring their exchanges. By 8:47 p.m., security footage shows Jackie and Charles walking back to his SUV. Rain had started falling, and Jackie had walked to the bars from her apartment. When Charles offered her a ride home, she saw kindness where she should have seen danger. They sat in his vehicle for 20 minutes. What happened during those crucial moments remains unknown, but cell tower data tells the story of Jackie's final hours. Her phone pinged towers as they traveled from Denton through Fort Worth, with the last signal captured at 1 a.m. from a tower near Blue Mountain Road in Hazlet, Texas. Charles's home sat 3 miles northeast of that tower. Just before dawn on September 14th, a man taking his regular morning walk at Acorn Woods in Grapevine spotted flames erupting near the parking area. He flagged down 2 Parks Department employees, Brock Howard and Mark Lockwood, who quickly extinguished the blaze with a bucket of water from their truck. What they found beneath the dying flames horrified them: the charred remains of a blue plastic kiddie pool containing a dismembered human body. The victim had been brutally attacked, then systematically butchered. Arms severed at the elbows, legs cut at the knees, head removed and placed in a plastic bag. The torso cavity had been cut open, and the heart was missing. Grapevine police officer Oscar Ramirez arrived first, followed by Fire Chief Daryl Brown. The scene was immediately sealed, and additional resources flooded in: Texas Rangers, FBI forensic teams, and the county medical examiner. Despite the extensive burning, crucial evidence survived. A gray t-shirt reading Texas Women's University provided the first clue to the victim's identity. Partial fingerprints from one less damaged hand would soon confirm what investigators feared. By 2:30 p.m. that day, the victim was identified as Jackie Vandergriff. Detectives raced to Jackie's apartment, interviewing her 3 roommates who revealed she'd been devoted to her studies and hadn't mentioned meeting anyone new. Her Mazda sat untouched in the parking lot, purses with cash and credit cards still inside. Nothing suggested robbery as a motive. Phone records led investigators to Sherry Bogue, whose testimony about the mysterious man at the bars proved crucial. Security footage from multiple locations began painting a timeline of Jackie's final night. The breakthrough came when bartender Katie Allen identified Charles Bryant from the surveillance footage. She knew him personally and provided his name to Detective Sergeant Mark Shimmick. Cell tower data placed Jackie's phone in Charles's neighborhood at the time it went silent. Background checks revealed his recent arrests for stalking and his history of violent behavior. Drug task force officers were immediately dispatched to watch his Hazlitt home. When Charles left his house the next day, he was pulled over within a block. His arrest on the protective order violation gave investigators the opening they needed to search his vehicle and home. Inside his Mitsubishi Outlander, forensic teams discovered a damning collection of evidence: a .22 caliber Sig Sauer pistol and stun gun hidden under the console, a long blonde hair tangled in the stun gun, zip ties matching those found at the burn site, blue plastic fragments consistent with the kiddie pool, bloodstains and blonde hairs in the cargo area, clothing he'd worn the night of Jackie's disappearance. The search of Charles's home revealed even more disturbing details. In the backyard sat a blue kiddie pool matching the one at the crime scene. Satellite imagery confirmed 2 identical pools had previously been in the yard, now only one remained. A large military-style knife in Charles's bedroom closet tested positive for blood. In his trash can, investigators found Jackie's Texas Women's University bag and another zip tie with blonde hair caught in it. Perhaps most chilling was the receipt from Walmart showing Charles had purchased a shovel at 4 a.m. on September 14th, hours before the body was discovered. His roommates told investigators he'd claimed he was putting in a koi pond when they saw him digging in the backyard that morning. Security footage from a nearby gas station captured Charles filling a small red gas can in the early morning hours, providing the accelerant used to burn Jackie's body. Charles Bryant never denied the evidence against him. Instead, he claimed he couldn't remember committing the crime. "It had to be me, obviously. It all points to me," he told detectives. "I can't recall that. I don't know why I would kill someone I don't even know." When Detective Sergeant pushed him to acknowledge the overwhelming evidence, Charles maintained his supposed memory loss. "I just remember waking up hungover. I don't know how I could kill someone, man. I don't. It's like it's not me, but obviously it is me." Texas Ranger Jim Holland, an expert in interviewing murder suspects, took over the interrogation. He methodically laid out the evidence: video footage, DNA matches, the victim's phone pings leading to Charles's home, the missing kiddie pool, the bloody knife. "There's no way in the world that you do not remember this," Holland pressed. "Very few things are bigger than taking another human life." Charles's story never wavered. He claimed complete memory loss while acknowledging his guilt. "It's me. It's totally me. There's no doubt about it. But I just want to go forward with it." The interrogation revealed Charles's troubled mindset regarding his ex-girlfriend's rejection. When Holland suggested Charles might have been projecting his anger onto Jackie, Charles became visibly uncomfortable but continued denying any memory of the crime. Computer forensics revealed the true extent of Charles Bryant's depravity. His internet search history showed disturbing queries made weeks before he met Jackie. Instructions for removing a human heart, formaldehyde quantities needed to preserve human organs, techniques for embedding objects in clear resin for artistic display. Hundreds of images of child pornography were discovered on his devices, leading to additional charges. The evidence painted a picture of a man who had been planning violent acts long before that Tuesday night in September. Had Charles intended to target his stalking victim? Was Jackie simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? The removal of her heart suggested this wasn't a crime of passion, but rather the calculated act of someone fulfilling dark fantasies. Charles Bryant was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison plus 20 years for tampering with evidence. The child pornography charges added additional Class 3 felony convictions to his record. During the trial, Jackie's family learned the full scope of what she had endured. The medical examiner determined that Jackie had been killed before the dismemberment occurred. She didn't suffer through the mutilation that followed. The investigation likely prevented another murder. Charles's escalating stalking behavior and elaborate planning suggested Jackie wouldn't have been his last victim. Jackie Vandergrift died just as her life was gaining momentum. Her dream of helping others achieve wellness through nutrition would never be realized. The young woman who spoke so passionately about providing health resources for corporate employees became the victim of someone consumed by violent obsessions. Her case serves as a stark reminder that evil can wear a friendly face. That Tuesday evening in September, Jackie made the simple mistake of trusting a stranger who offered her a ride home from the rain. She deserved so much more than the 7 hours Charles Bryant allowed her to live. In the end, technology and thorough police work brought Jackie's killer to justice. Security cameras captured their meeting, cell phone towers tracked their movements, DNA evidence sealed Charles's fate, but no amount of evidence could bring back the bright young woman whose life was cut short by a predator's twisted fantasies. Jackie Vandergrift's memory lives on in the hearts of those who loved her and in the knowledge that her killer will never harm another innocent person. The investigation that brought Charles Bryant to justice stands as a testament to the dedication of law enforcement professionals who refused to let Jackie's murder go unsolved. In less than 48 hours, they identified her killer, gathered overwhelming evidence, and ensured that a dangerous predator was removed from the streets forever. Sometimes justice moves swiftly, sometimes the good guys win. But for Jackie Vandergrift and her family, no victory could ever truly balance the scales of such senseless loss.